I almost broke my neck trying to catch a glimpse of the booty as the train left the station. But now I'm thinking to myself, like, what is our destination? If everybody's trying to get from point A to point B, and point B is unity, then what the point be in hating one another and not having more love, respect, and understanding for each other? Look, I'm just trying to make people wiser and see the train wide as a great equalizer. But enough said, this here is my style. Peace, love, unity, and real hip-hop like that. Make some noise. Shit, but I also like to do rap. In fact, rap is my #1. So I'm gonna give you something completely different now. Follow me. This is a verse from the album that I'm currently working on with a very talented beat maker named True Craft, all the way from Calgary, Alberta. I'm just gonna do some acapella things, whatever. So bear with me. It's like this. Trust. I can sip the nectar, no chase from any sector. Hit the blunt, now I'm spinning and I ain't your selector. When it comes to hard drinking, call me MadeWade the Stallion. At 19, I got an AA medallion from my biological moms. And I bet she never thought I'd be writing these diabolical songs about getting blackout drunk for fun and slapping fat butts in time to True Craft production. But I'm just spitting, sticking true to how I'm living, giving you a little glimpse of dark waters I be swimming in. Steady flipping non-fiction diction that be hitting harder than batons and prisoners inside the Kingston pen. With lyric blends, simpletons cannot comprehend. I do it for the love, could give a about the dividends. So while they worry about their coverage and promotion, I flow tight to accidental over nicer instrumentals like that. Ooh. Yes, no, yes, no. So that was kind of like braggadocious. I'm bigging myself up, I'm boosting, right? I don't always do that because I think it's important to also be self-deprecating when you write. You can't always talk about how good you are. You gotta take your ego down a notch. And I enjoy doing that. And I have fun with this, so follow me. This is also gonna be on the album. This is a little short verse, it's like this. I got dishes in my sink and there's cat hair in my weed. There's dribbles on my pants and you can tell that I just peed. My clothes are always wrinkled and my feet, they always stink. And living check to check's my motto if you're asking about my bank. My brain is no money, my family's no money. I fart in public places cause I find it so funny. I watch porn previews late at night to fall asleep. Got no confidence with women, so on Facebook's where I creep. A slightly more polite verb for perving. Got no patience for a wife because I just don't want the burden while I'm drinking bourbon, gin, beer, vodka, or some Ray and F. And I ain't trying to change, so I suggest that you just save your breath. I MadeWade. I'm gonna give you something even shorter than that. I'm just running through some short verses right now to get things started. I'm gonna give you something even shorter than that. It's something I just started writing the other day, so it's brand new, never before heard by a crowd. It's like this. It's like, again, on a self-deprecating tip. See, I bought myself a Kangol from the haberdashery, trying to look fresh to death and hide my white trashery. Take a closer look and you can see my teeth are yellowish, eating raw hot dogs and dry packs of Jello-its. Time to go shopping at the discount market. We get our furniture out the Goodwill garbage. My sister's got a problem. Know how I can tell though? She had to get the operation, fluid on her elbow, messing with the more heroin, messing with the morphine. Gotta put it in the veins, feel the endorphins. My mom's got tattoos, even on her face, and my cousin went back to jail and caught another case. Damn. Give me some love, please. Help me. I fell off a little bit. It was brand new. All right. Has anybody ever heard of TED.com? TED Talks, the TED conference. Yes. TEDx, the TEDx conference next week, Friday, September 23rd. There's a conference being held at the Telus Center. It's sold out, 700 seats. Me and my friend, Truth Is, another excellent spoken word artist, we're actually opening up the show. And so, yeah, I know I'm saying. But we've been writing this brand new piece, like never before performed, heard by anybody, and yeah, we're still hashing it out. But I'm gonna give you a little preview about my writing, of my writing for the piece, right? Because basically what we touch on is, like, there's 3 ways that we believe that people in the world, they kind of think about themselves and represent themselves. And those 3 points are how people perceive us, where we came from, and where we're at. And understanding how people perceive us is important, because even if it's wrong, even if it's a terrible stereotype, you have to understand it so you can work with it. Because going against the grain all the time, well, you know, it's exhausting. Anyway, so just follow my writing. It's like, yes, I'm conscious of how some stereotype my type from the substance abuse and addiction. Sorry, I'm conscious of how some stereotype my type from the substance abuse and addiction, legal friction, the unspoken violence, unheard but felt, well, after silent, well, incest, molestation, lifetime incarceration, no trust fund Wade, just visits from the children's aid, from working class to low class, no class, group home wigger, they beat me down to make themselves feel bigger, with this braggadocio flow, it's part of my culture, so how can they tell me to change if they claim they're multicultural? So sister, brother, try to follow. World is cold, chest is hollow, hard to swallow, but I would find it highly unusual to visit a poor place and find a plethora of beautiful citizens just hanging like lanyards. But we have to think hard and redefine our standards and hold the Inquisition like the Spaniards, explicitly exploring things from ego to Eurocentricity, and in the end, to drop knowledge like comets, we must explore the cosmics, because you can't use a micro to prove that you're correct if you disregard that macro trickle-down effect. That's real. Make some noise. Yeah. That's just a little snippet. That's just a little snippet of a much bigger piece. Anyways, back to the album. Alright, so this next song is untitled, but I've completed both verses and I'm gonna have a singer sing the hook and it's gonna be beautiful, but I just want you to enjoy the poetry. It's like this. There were 4 gray brick apartment buildings in a row. The sky matched, coloration similar. I started walking like Christopher through the center of the property cautiously. That's when I heard her voice jog me like, you're not from around here, B. Clearly, I snapped back, hostility on my undertone. She said, relax, I like your skills on the microphone. And plus, I think you're a cutie. I thought she was booty, but continued to build. We talked about cases, not attaché, but welfare to court cases, urine-stained staircases. Our conversation was matter of fact because our living situation was surrounded with that. Just 2 human beings, brand new to each other, far from la familiar, but still that familiar that we could relate through similar tales. It's like her thoughts seemed to stay negative, but I couldn't blame her. She's coming from a home filled with pain, strife, and danger, fear, anguish, anger, plus post-traumatic stress, a childhood filled with visits to the CAS, and that means counseling. Ever since the early days, moved on to ounce selling, pushing packs and getting paid. So she broke the 4th commandment, started getting lifted, twisted, then selling sex to it cause I love you. I'm not great with words, I'm more like George W. She said thank you much, and I think your vibes heavenly, but what you call love, I call physical chemistry. Sorry, Wade. With no justifications, I'm making recommendations to help reduce your frustration, because if your true destination's monogamous dedication, then you need a plan to travel. More than a man to hassle, goals should be set to play the queen and king of the castle role, but I would bet that's not fully what you're after, because you have to start living healthier, stop getting wealthier, then compare this rhyme to Philadelphia, because I'm only spitting it with brotherly love, and the discovery of the fact that your inner being is priceless will amaze you. So even a trifling type of praiser couldn't phase you with an expert estimate. It will be most indefinite, because there ain't no value for that. That's why I'm rhyming about your role and how I wish you'd slow that. And even though she heard me, I don't think that she heard me. When she claimed she loved my energy, and in her life she still preferred me. So I said, peace, queen. She said, peace. I said, yes. She said, peace, king, but I gotta go and do what I feel is right. So I said, peace, queen, and watched as she disappeared off into the night. I'm sorry, but I've been lying to you. To expand your mind is not what I've been trying to do. See, I come here to win. I'm like a prize fighter. Your poem is the chin and it makes my eyes brighter when I'm swinging for defense. Plus my style of offense is Steven Seagal brand, breaking necks with my bare hands. I got another confession. I'm not that impressed by merely just some self-expression. Honestly, most of you are not as sharp as me, and if your stage game is weak, I'll shit upon your artistry. I build my reputation on poet defecation, so kill the idle chatter or catch fecal matter, splatters like that. Cause slam is competition. If you don't get that, you need some infrared vision, cause you're sitting in the dark and can't see reality. Now bring your style here, and I will test its mortality. For 3 minutes you get to be an MC. Some poets put on a clinic on how not to MC. They fumble with their words, just like I did. They fumble with their words, their delivery is tired, and usually the content gets kinda uninspired. But the crowd gets all hype on emotional chat. Then they disregard the fact the performance was lackluster. Whack must have been bred up in a gene pool. I know that most of them are only here to seem cool. I say it's simple and plain because I know we're all slaves to our reptilian brain, and I ain't placing the blame. I'm just as guilty as you. If you hear me, you with mud on my boots for extra disrespect. Performance is sacred, and if you show it neglect, eventually heads will see through the illusion. If your style is what rock and roll ain't, then let's just kill the confusion and call it noise pollution. So let's go, toe to toe, flow for flow. If you're ready, I do-si-do around your whole show. The show is petty, and if you outperform me and you show me up, I will pound you on your fist and say that's what's up. Cause I know there's certain feelings that I'll never understand, but when it comes to crowd movement, it's something I overstand. So let's build and expand upon this slam empire, and together through competition we can raise the bar higher. Peace. I was over time. It's all good. There's a battler on there right now. His name is Diaz. Diaz is a very talented MC, and we wrote this song together. But again, I'm just gonna do my verse. It's like this. Hey yo. I've been called a sexist, I've been called a racist, I've been told my style's simplistic and tasteless, I've been told I'm too harsh, I've been told I'm vulgar, I've been told that I got a chip on my shoulder, I've been told I'm not hood, been told I am hood, been told I'm mad deep, but misunderstood, been told I'm not smart, been told I'm genius. Every other week there's a new theme, kids. I've been told I'm not a man by my own mother dear. So all the hatred's in one, then out the other ear, because I've heard worse than what they been gossiping. I've taken hits that would knock them off they moccasin straight, make them levitate and wake up in a comatose. I spit blood, then I ask for another dose, and keep rising up above and beyond whatever petty little level player haters be on, because this is real rap representation of how I be advocating unification to fight all oppression and discrimination, regardless of your color, gender, orientation. I could care less, I'll be looking at your character, and if you feel the same, then we could break down the barriers together and build a strong community. Now throw your deuces up if you want to party with me and say peace. No, hold on. When I say peace, everybody says peace. I said peace. I said peace. Peace. Thank you. All right. I'm at a loss now. What kind of piece? What kind of piece do we want to hear? Any requests? Bus I can't do bus without Scott Jackson. Saying that before I do this though, the chosen are few. It's like this. You know, I've always been an eager pleaser of the beaver, either leave her dripping wet or calling me a dream weaver, cause she caught a fever and she wants me to relieve her, and she says that oral sex I be an overachiever, so I have to show and prove and keep my reputation. Know that elation is our only destination. I do this for recreation, so the pleasure is mine. When can I feel your tongue? Whenever it's fine, because I'm just a tongue muscler, not a young hustler. I rep the street style, but I rub your feet while I kick a freestyle. And you tell me about your day. She said, sorry, I'm only here for the foreplay. So I had to respect her wishes. She was looking delicious. This is not fictitious. She said, you real sweet, but you gon' have to eat. If you wanna hit it first, homie, bon appetit. Ha! One more. Which one though? Alright. I'm gonna just take it back to something I'm comfortable performing. No more new stuff. We gotta go out strong. So, alright, to get me started on this one, once again, when I say peace, everybody says peace. I said peace. Peace. I said peace. Peace. Now I'm gonna take you back into the mid-90s. See, this was back before I knew poem, living in a group home. I was writing dream warrior lyrics to show the workers that they weren't cussing. Over content, they were fussing. But fussing about what? It couldn't be my definition. Wait, my definition? Nah, my proposition is this. Offensive did not describe the content so much as sensitive ears refused to grant me their consent. Now, Gangsta's Paradise by Coolio was the closest thing I knew to paradise at the time. I mean, I only was 9, dare I say it was mine. It brought peace to my mind, missing mommy and daddy. I was crying on plastic mattresses, and now these actors and actresses are trying to tell me about how hard life has been. I often had at least one foot in some housing co-op or project, listening to rap music for profits, to guide me and teach me. So we can talk about living in poverty-stricken type condition, growing up in London, Ontario, with my mother on government funding, and my stereo is what taught me. My boom bap beats and all of this here poetry with which I identify. I come from an area that now they gentrify. Broken glass ever since I was a toddler. People pissing on the stairs with the older Kazanashi. And even though a real picture's what I painted, I'm still constantly reminded how my viewpoints are tainted, and I get it. But understand that I've lived with Aboriginals, 2 Salvadorians, squeegee kids, over 2 valedictorians, and back again. And who do I relate to most? The ones that learn to work hard through life and not coast, cause I got no choice but to work for mine. And I know there won't be no intervention that's divine, but there's certain souls that I just can't sway, cause technically I've been a devil ever since my born day. And systemically I'm guilty from my birth until forever. If I speak my mind at certain times, I'm an oppressor. And honestly to me this causes insecurity, and fuck all of y'all that only validate me for my history. I'm trying to connect with people on a level that's benevolent, beyond human measurement. So spare me all your rhetoric. If you can't feel the sentiment with which my lyrics fall, you might be hearing every word, but you ain't listening at all. As I express this here emotion, which no doubt should remain sacred, but it should not be an excuse nor a platform to spread hatred. A more respectful coexistence is my ultimate philosophy. So think hard before you bother me with semantic terminology. Because we can't even practice what we preach, which really should be our dream, should be my dream. But until then, I suggest we let common sense and understanding reign supreme. Now, I want everybody in the place to say peace one more time if you felt my words. I said peace. Peace. I said peace. Peace. Thank you. Make some noise, please. Now, before I go, I need to get into some shameless self-promotion. Hold on one second. Alright, so like I said earlier, I got copies of my first little demo disc on $5 to support. You want to help with the recording and the mixing and everything on the new album so I can continue to give you a quality product? $5, MadeWade, a bunch of demos, 12 tracks, all original beats, rhymes, everything. Just come and holler at me, I'll be somewhere in the room. Alright, once again, thank the Vibonics, thank you for having me here, thank you to the cafe, Arepa, and I'm out. Peace.